All
know
right,
what I mean?
go.
I guess. I'm not that fast though. Like I literally, when I'm getting thrown, I have to prepare and do this before it happens.
I haven't gotten that far yet. In my martial arts journey.
Well,
Maybe
in
when
the
I'm
beginning, I
16.
didn't want to be doing something in front of the rest of the class either.
Well, it was important to do it this time, so that everybody got to cheer. Everybody was supportive of each other, and you got that little bit of team camaraderie.
Well, and really, like, when I first learned this throw, the hardest part for me was what everyone else was doing is like you stop. It's like you go and then you stop because you're scared you're gonna hurt yourself or hurt your partner. But it's like it is so much smoother. Like when I finally,
Just
I think
commit.
it was with Ashley, and she's like, just do it. And I'm like, okay.
That's-
And then it was like, boom. I'm like, oh.
That's what I had to tell Olivia and Ann because
Yeah.
they were half stepping it, and then I took Ann down. I did a full, nicely,
Yeah.
but I'm like, Olivia, you're actually gonna hurt her if you don't commit to it. You're actually gonna hurt her before.
Well, yeah, 'cause you're gonna push more
And your knees twisted.
yeah.
That's why I was trying to get those guys that kept hooking to stop it because you're gonna.
Yeah, a lot of them.
But it's a thing that you don't realize you're doing, and it's hard to get rid of it because you're like, I gotta.
Well, I would always keep my legs straight, but I would literally just stop there.
Yeah.
And be like, why is this working? And they're like,
And
you
the-
need to do it.
the-
And I wouldn't swing out far.
You would just
I
do
would
the,
go to like there. I'd be
as
like,
opposed to the big kick and the big.
For somebody like Ford, you need to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I did it to
think
Joel.
I
I
tried
did it to Ben and Joel because both Tommy and Ethan, they weren't lifting his head.
Oh yeah.
Tommy's like, well, it's so far away. I'm like, I walked in, I got hip to hip against him, and I'm like, I lifted Ben's head up, and he just went, "Eh." And I'm like, well, dude, that's what you gotta do. Because you gotta. But you know what? Everybody had a good time. They enjoyed it.
Wow. That's a good number. There was 66.
You know, that judo throw is the scariest throw of all of them.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
What was that messed up one that we did months and months ago? When it was like me, Sabrina, and AJ, and like Sabrina started like crying and shit because he was doing it wrong. He kept throwing us over his
it-
shoulder.
Oh,
the
that-
hip throw type one.
Time.
that
No,
is.
it was the.
It was the choke defense.
Yeah.